In the picture I posted for this video, I simply put the word unbelievable. I probably should have said unbelievably creative to describe this van and its amazing owner, Diane. From a slide-out deck to a drop-down garage to an ingenious toilet system and so much more. I know this video is longer than most of my tour videos, but there was so much to cover. Also, because I know a lot of you will be asking the name of the radiant floor strips Diane used. The name is Quiet Warmth Radiant Strips, and she got them at Lowe's. I'm going to stop talking now so we can jump right into this tour. So come on, let's go. Well, hello, Diane.
Hello, Carol.
Welcome to beautiful, beautiful California.
I am loving everything here except for the gas prices.
I know. That's kind of a crimp in everyone's style. But we're at beautiful Dixon Lake, and it's one of my new favorite places. One of my new favorite people is coming to one of my new favorite places. So how appropriate. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your van?
I have a Ford Transit 250. It is a 2015.
And it's the mid
roof, yes.
Okay,
the mid-roof.
and actually I'm able to stand up in it, and even with you've got some of the styrofoam type of insulation,
Yes.
But even with that, and it's kind of thick, I'm able to still stand up in it.
Yeah, the reason why I still have insulation up there is I haven't quite figured out what I want on the roof yet. But I know that it has to be something thin because just of the height constraints.
Right.
And it all is because of my deck. I had to take 5 inches of the floor space so that I could have a deck that rolls out the back, and that was really important to me. I was just glad that it was close, but I'm glad that I could still stand up in it because I do a lot of cooking, so I really wanted to stand up in here.
Well, we will show that in a few minutes. That's one of the things. I met you at the RTR, and that's one of the things I just loved about your van, in addition, I should say, to the Antiques Roadshow look. It's just very, very cool. It's like you moved part of your house in here and took off.
A long time ago I read a book about decorating called Use What You Have Decorating.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's always just stuck with me. And so a lot of this is the same thing. I was downsizing at the same time I was building this.
Right.
So I was using a lot of the things that I had.
Speaking of downsizing, you were in a sticks and bricks, right?
I was. And I had a little tiny retail shop of 500 square feet with another 100 square feet of storage behind it. So
wow.
I was sheltering a lot of stuff before I decided to.
Now, you are how old?
I am 65.
Oh my goodness.
Aging gracefully.
You sure are, because
I'm having just as much fun now as I was having all my life, basically.
You do not look 65, girl. You look good. Oh my goodness. Well, you were telling me that although you had a community of good friends, like-minded people, no one really wanted to get out on the road and travel, and you did.
Yes, that's exactly right. I love the friends I have. I loved where I lived, and I wanted to go camping a lot, and there just was not anybody around who was kind of at that same place. Not that they didn't want to, but they just were not in the same place. And so I found myself at a point where do you not do something just because there's no one around to do it with you, or do I just strike out? And I chose the latter, and no regrets.
Well, we also have I have a video that I did. It's a shorter video, but we talk a little bit about some adjustments you're making after being on the road for a year with everything that's going on. But meanwhile, let's take a look and see some of the beautiful things you have in your van. Well, while we're talking, I have a little guest who came over to say hello to me. So this is
Imogene.
Imogene,
my sidekick.
Imogene, the sidekick, decided to say hello. So say hello, Imogene. Anyhow, okay. So back to the Antiques Roadshow van. And I see this beautiful secretary over here. And that must have a history with it.
It sure does. This was in my grandmother's house and my mother's mother.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say all my siblings probably had this in their house at one time or the other. It even traveled from Maryland, where I'm from, out here to California and back. And it ended up in my home with pretty much just junk in it.
Can you open it now? Because I don't
sure,
think it has junk
sure.
in it now.
Well, now every single piece of it is dedicated. I use it every day. Actually.
Okay.
So when I open up these doors, the glass is still in here, but
Wow.
I have that over it just to, for protection.
Right.
I don't know if you can see around that.
So you've got crates and storage.
I do. Imogene. I'd say this is mostly Imogene's closet.
Okay.
A little bit of electronics, and then this is my bathing suits and stuff like that.
And then you have a desk there, kind of a work desk you had showed me earlier.
Yes, I do. It doubles as a night table, actually, too. Like this.
Okay, so that...
And
wow.
it doubles as a nightstand.
So you have really a lot of the comforts at home.
I do.
Now, I see that you have a refrigerator here, but you were telling me you also have a second refrigerator, and we're going to take a look over here. First, we'll come and look at your kitchen. I see in your kitchen you have basically a single burner jet boil.
I do.
And how do you like it?
I like it a lot in terms mostly because of the adjustment feature. I can simmer very easily on a camp stove, and that's a big thing with camp stoves is being able to like simmer something. I mean, of course you can get the full blast, but those lower temperatures are a little bit hard to manage.
They are. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and it runs on propane, and I have about 10 canisters of this, and I have a little adapter, and I get a big canister and I refill my canisters.
All right. And then I see you don't have running water, but you do have water.
I do. I double filter it.
Oh, okay.
I have this 2.5 gallons. I also have a 7-gallon container underneath it here.
Okay.
I use a Sawyer hiking filter.
Oh, okay. And how do you like this filter?
I really like it. It is made for being out in the wilderness. It takes out microplastics and a lot of pollutants. So I like that as the first filter that I have.
Oh, so you have another filter then?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's see what that is.
The just a regular Brita filter.
Oh, okay.
So I filter it into the Brita filter.
All right.
And then this is just charcoal here because the Brita filter is a charcoal filter. When I'm sitting still, I put it up on a little riser here so that I can access the water from that. When I am traveling, I just take out my little holder.
Oh, and you have a little...
Put it down underneath.
Okay.
And it does not slosh around, and it doesn't fall over.
Okay, and then I see you have things like the glass in your secretary, and then you have a glass shelf here. I don't see very many glass shelves in vans.
I have this glass shelf in here only when I am stopped.
Oh, okay.
I've had 3 times where it has fallen down, and so far it has not broken, and now when I travel,
you're not chancing it.
3 times. I'm lucky. I'm not going to push anymore. So this just goes down underneath my bed when I travel. Okay. But it holds my toaster oven.
Oh, okay.
When I'm in just stop somewhere.
And then I see now you have another refrigerator down here.
I do. This one is for my regular everything else.
Okay.
Other than vegetables.
All right.
And then for my vegetables, that is where I use this Iceco smaller one.
And do you like this Iceco?
I do like it a lot. This was the first one. It works great as a freezer. It just takes so much power that I have turned it into a vegetable bin.
Okay.
And it really, having it at the highest setting, which is around 50, it really does keep the vegetables a lot longer.
Well, with 2 refrigerators, clearly you must have some pretty good power. So what are you using as a power bank in here?
I have a Pecron Q3000S.
Okay.
I want to say that it's close to 3,000 watts.
Okay.
I can't be for sure because it's been a while.
All right. But it's adequate to do your refrigerator?
It is adequate for these refrigerators if I have cloudy weather for like 3 days. I can run for 3 days.
Okay, and then didn't you say you have a Jackery also?
I also have a Jackery 500, and that takes care of fans, computer, phone recharging, heating pad, what it's
Okay,
called.
so you have a lot of power. And then on your roof, you have how much solar?
I have 600 watts of solar panel, and I have engineered a little tilting frame, so so that in the desert I can, in the wintertime, I've been able to stay pretty self-sufficient.
Well, you know, one of the things that people are always very curious about is how you use the bathroom. Do you have something in here? Do you stop at rest stops, the gym? And I thought that what you have is just absolutely ingenious. So do you want to share it with us?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'd say my main criteria was space.
Okay.
I didn't, you know, the things that are available that are the composting toilets and all that just seem to take up too much space for me. So what I devised was a couple of things.
Okay.
So this is my pee container.
Okay.
Where I have a
okay.
This is a laundry detergent empty, and then I use a little oil filter funnel.
Okay.
And that works really, really, really good.
Now the other thing is what I thought was just so cool.
And this other thing, I actually got this at the free pile at the RTR a couple of years ago in 2020. It is a litter genie.
A litter genie. Well, it actually is for litter, kind of, but not the kind that it was.
I know. Well, at first I actually was just using it for Imogene, picking up, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But then one day I realized, you know, if I put a doggy bag in here, it kind of looks like a little porta potty. So that's what I do.
And then you pull that.
And I pull this up, and I can either take it out and dispose of it, or if I am boondocking, I can pull this handle out and I tie it up. It drops down into a plastic bag down here, which is what it does with the kitty litter. You pour the kitty litter in, you move this, and it all falls down.
So that's kind of a budget. What are those really expensive?
Nature's Head.
It's a budget.
Like $1,000. This was free. I think the most expensive thing of this is this container here. It was about $30.
So you have a budget Nature's Head. I like that.
It's right there.
You know what? Nomads are the most creative people out there, I think. Don't you?
I love being able to fit all the little puzzle pieces together.
Well, let's look now at how to get a good night's sleep. In your, I keep calling it your Antiques Roadshow van.
That's okay.
All right. So now this is it about the size of a twin bed?
It is. It's a little more narrow than a twin bed and probably a little shorter than a twin bed, but it fits me.
Okay, and that's what it's all about, is what works for you.
Yes. I'm always got that eye for maybe somebody else, guests and all that. And at some point I realized that just with the space constraints that I was just going to make it to fit me.
Right.
And that, I feel like that was a big step because, it's just about me.
Now, what does your bed consist of?
It is it's a 3-folded one of those chairs like that you can use as it's a 6-inch memory foam. So it folds up into be either a hassock or a chair or a bed. This space is just 2 of the 3 cushions though.
Oh, okay.
So there's just 2 of them.
So you took a 3-fold and you made it into a 2-fold. Okay. And then you were telling me you have a sleeping bag also on there?
Well, I have the sleeping bag to hold them together, but also if I have guests, it's a way of storing extra bedding.
Okay. All right. And is that comfortable?
It is very comfortable. It is very comfortable.
Okay.
I've had to get used to the width of it. That is a little challenging, especially with Imogene and moving and things like that. And at the end of the day, or in the morning, I feel refreshed, and I've learned to sleep in it. And having the space in here outweighs, the choice. I'm glad I made the choice.
Absolutely.
I love to be able to move around in here.
I have so many different unique features. I don't know which ones to highlight, but one I don't want to miss is your heated floor. And can you tell us how that works?
Well, the it's only heated just this one, 18 inches wide by
Okay.
10 feet long.
Okay.
It costs less than $100 for the materials.
What?
Yes. And I figured that even if, and I heard some pros and cons
Mm-hmm.
about it, read pros and cons about it. I decided for $80 that I would chance putting it down there when the floors went down and worry about hooking it up later. When I did get the chance to hook it up, and now that I've been out on the road for a year, I can tell you that this, my deck, and this roof window, the three best things that I love about this van. If I am plugged in, I can't use it, I don't have enough power for that, but if I am plugged in, the heat generated from that, I really feel just heats up all the wood in here.
I always think of heated floors as a luxury that costs thousands of dollars, but you're saying it cost you $80.
$80.
Wow.
And my carpenter and I together wired it up. I got a thermostat down here.
Okay.
So it's really very compact.
Okay, so your thermostat is right under there next to your
Yep.
refrigerator. Okay.
And it's got a actually an extension cord plug. So it's got like a 14 gauge or a 12, actually I think it might be a 12 gauge plug. And I keep it, when I have shore power,
Okay.
it's plugged into, my floor is plugged into that. So anytime I have shore power,
You
I
just
know I'm going to have heated floors.
Wow, that is a luxury. I may have to look into that. Okay. All right. One thing I didn't want to miss was your garage. And not very many people have walled up the opening. We're sorry, Globies, but I had Diane move the van so we could get light for the inside, and I'm not going to have her keep moving it back and forth and back and forth, so we're just going to see this with a little bit of dim light. But your garage is so cool. How did you think of that, and what made you decide to do it like that?
I made, well, number one, it's just me, and I knew I wanted a twin bed in
Okay.
it. Also, in the 70s, I had a van that had paneling in it and all that. Nothing to this extent.
Okay.
And what I found was when I was parked, it was easier. Well, it was always looking at somebody's car or something. So this time I just wanted to try something different.
Okay.
Just put the bed on this side.
Okay.
And again, because it's just me, it's a single bed.
Right.
And that leaves the open
In the
in
back.
the back
Okay.
where it's easier for me to find privacy.
Okay. So can we see your garage?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of space.
Yes, I actually designed closet systems and part
Oh,
of my earlier
okay.
chapters, and one of the things that I remember from that time is always leaving a little bit of space open. And so that is kind of what this represents, and there's in the van too, little places. I know that when these things start getting packed, that I either need to, well, mostly I need to go through things.
Okay.
But if somebody's traveling with me, easy.
Wow,
I
that
can do
is, that's very smart. I just love that.
And then this is my dirty clothes thing.
Oh my goodness.
That's
So
kind
it's kind of on the outside then, so.
Yeah, that's a new addition. I got this thing here at the free pile.
Oh my goodness.
This year at the RTR. The
Oh
kitty
my-
litter thing was in 2020. This was 2022.
Oh my goodness.
And this is just a hand towel I had, but my dirty laundry is in there,
Okay.
and it gives more space for my closet in there.
Wow. Now this is the other side of your garage, kind of, right?
It is. It is.
Okay.
It's on the back of the van,
Okay.
but it's connected. It runs right up to my garage.
Okay. And this is a closet.
This is my closet.
Oh my
And
goodness.
my dirty clothes used to go in this. This is a pretty deep space there, but now I actually have hanging space.
Wow.
So
I just can't believe all the stuff you fit into this. And this isn't even the high top. This is the mid top.
yes, and this carries all my everything that I have in here.
Okay.
I do have a big sleeping bag coat that I have a container upstairs on the roof.
Upstairs.
I put that in.
So you do have a what is it?
I have a cargo carrier that has a tent and cots and things like that for when people visit me. And
Okay.
then I have a couple of road cases, music road cases, that my husband was a musician, and I have strapped them down, and I put things in there like floaties and my life preservers and my winter coat.
And then we can't go on without saying something about your skylight.
I love my skylight.
And I have a skylight now, so I am.
Isn't it the best?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, and I see you also have a screen for your skylight.
I do. It has either the screen.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Or, and I don't use this very often, it has a blackout.
Okay. So basically that makes up for not having a big window on the other side.
It does.
But you still do have a window though.
I do. I can open it up. If I'm parked somewhere or camped somewhere where I feel safe, I have a window.
Okay.
When I'm boondocking in a city where I'm not going to say that I feel less safe, but I want to be a little bit more stealth, I just keep my door closed.
Okay.
I'm not fooling anybody with the stuff on my roof.
Right.
But I am pretty plain, just trying to keep it plain on the outside.
Well, now we're going to go to, I call it the pièce de résistance. It's what caught my attention about your van at the RTR. And I was just having deck envy for sure. So let's go look at your deck. Oh my goodness. So what gave you the idea to do a deck?
I saw it on YouTube.
Ah!
I saw that somebody else had one.
Okay.
And this was before I bought my van, and that was an absolute have to have a deck.
Well, that's kind of cool that before you got your van, you were already starting to think in terms of what were absolutes, you know, a must-have.
Oh, yes. That's the most fun part about all of this.
It is, isn't it?
It's thinking about what you want to put in.
It really
and take
is.
out and put in.
So let's see how this works. You designed this and with the help of a carpenter had it built. So let's see how this works.
Well, first of all, I had to give up 5 inches of floor space.
That's a lot of real estate.
Yeah. And we talked about at the beginning, I could, kind of about the height thing, I could still fit in it. So I just decided to go for it.
Okay.
So,
now, how many pounds can that hold?
The slides, they're drawer slides, they're heavy duty drawer slides. There's 2 sets, and each set can hold 400 pounds.
So it's 800 pounds.
Theoretically, 800 pounds.
Wow.
I could have a party on here.
Oh my goodness. So what do you mostly use it for? Sitting out or what?
I love it because it extends my living space.
Yeah.
So I sit out here a lot. I'm going to do something artistic here. Stay tuned. There's going to be more.
Okay. We'll stay
I have
tuned.
a little gaming chair that I can put out here. I have if you see that little hook up there, I have a hammock chair.
Oh, I see. Oh,
that
okay.
I can sit out here.
Yeah, I see that hook. So you,
Yeah.
oh, a hammock chair.
A hammock chair.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And so I like it because I can cook and I can come out here and sit.
Yeah.
Even if I'm boondocking somewhere, even if I've been in a Walmart parking lot, being able to back up and have this privacy here, I've been able to pull my deck out. It doesn't look like I'm doing it.
Right. You could have a glass of wine out here and
a time or two. A time or two.
Well,
Yeah.
Diane, thank you so much. And can you tell us what the name of your YouTube channel is again?
I would love to. Thank you so much for asking. It is Cultivate Life. There's a dot on the end.
Okay. And I'm hoping to have you as a guest on one of my lives very shortly. And my Globies can ask you questions about, you know, where you're going next and maybe deep dive a little more into some of the changes that you're seeing having been on the road a year now and what you're going to do now that the climate on the road is becoming different financially. And we'll look forward to getting some expertise advice from you. And thank you so much, Diane, and we will see you down the road.
We're always together, and sometimes we meet.
Okay. Bye-bye.